When I get a little class today. I was on TikTok. I'm so tired of some liberal black teachers. They're the dumbest people walking the earth. And a lot of them, when they claim they're from Jamaica, Haiti, or they're Guyanese, especially if they tell you they got Gula and Geechee. First of all, Gula and Geechee are two different people. They don't know about the rivers, the lake, the land. I'm so tired of these goofy niggas coming to what they're originally from Haiti or Jamaica. They're all so full of excrement. I don't want to curse, I really don't, okay? But I'm tired of these, and they all want to sound like they're proper. I'm an educator. You know, I used to go off with some of the professors in college. Don't come talking to me like that. You ghetto as hell. I saw you last week at the so-and-so truck mechanical. And then they'd be like, and then they see me after, you're older than everybody. I'm older than you. Well, stop putting on the rules. You're here to teach people things that are going to work. But these niggerish women, and then they start talking, when they start talking feminists, get out their class, run as far away from them, don't even entertain them because they're the dumbest of the dumbest. And the men who got dreadlocks coming with that Chinese dashiki, none against my Chinese brothers, and that musweli, run away from them too. Get away from them because they are the dumbest. A lot of them, you'll be surprised, like in LA, they become scientists, work to help poison you. Incredibly stupid. There's one talking about, GMO and well, we manipulate as if it's a normal thing. Orlando Brown said the thing I've been saying for many years. How many times have y'all saw me in the live say, I remember going and picking wild raspberries, blueberries, bananas in Jersey, apples off of trees, crab apples, pecans, off the ground. Plenty to eat. What are we doing buying water? Remember when it started in the 80s? Who remembers that? Remember they were talking about it 10 years because of these things, right? They, I don't want to say the Chazars, whatever. I love the fact Kimmy used that word. It's an actual word. I just don't like it, but Chazars, I think it's the smartest word to use. Oh, wow. Y'all won't believe this, but somebody's in my TV watching it with me, y'all. I love this. When they decide to, he's talking about us. Oh, we gotta be. I can't even turn my TV down. So, batteries are fine. Y'all will not believe this. Hold on. Now all of a sudden it wants to work. I plugged it in yesterday and this morning, and it turns on automatically without me turning it on. I go to the codes, I see new codes. See these people right here? It's already known, right? So their time is short. Everybody that worked here is gone, except for the people that moved right next door to me. Have this old pale skin person coming in with tools. I hear drilling. My cat's going crazy, and they think because I smile on their face that they're safe. Because there's foreigners, UN soldiers who are training. I met two of them. I asked them, so what BDUs are those? And then they told me, and I'm like, oh, that's what the UN use. What are you doing on my soil? They just one look like a Filipino, Mongol, or another one like a fake Jew, and they stand there looking at me like they don't know what to say. I said, I see your officers walking around like everything's cool, but they don't even know how to hold their face right because they're perverse. So these monkeys right here think they, and you already know. Well, the individuals need to know already know, and always have. They're the ones that say, hey, I want you to pay attention to your neighbors. And see, I've been around the world many times. I know even how to smile on somebody's face and say one thing, knowing my intention is totally different. If they were smart, they get gone. They can have a house if they plan on living here. It costs more to live here than it does to pay a mortgage on a house. This is what I'm talking about, how incredibly stupid they are. And there's a reason why the TV I had before was a smart TV. I can still look through it. Not as good as this. I bought the smart TV, this $585 smart TV with the purpose, so if they want to see, they can watch. I'm serious. I know some of you might be like, because y'all so stuck on, I broke down conspiracy theory. I didn't really give it to his whole narrative. The reality is, these things are stupid. I'm not going to say people. I'm not going to antiquate human and man and none of that. I'm not lizard, whatever. I don't care. That stuff doesn't matter to me. What I'm saying is, they are really that stupid. Literally. Final result, well, blow it up, blah, blah, blah. This is the only answer. When you look at Yemen, right? And you look at all the children targeted and by Saudi, All right, now I already pointed out Iran, those are Sephardics, they're Ashkenaz, mostly. When they conquered the original people of the land, they're the deployment just like Saudi. They're Sephardic as well. It doesn't matter about skin tone because the original Ashkenaz were melanated, were dark as well in complexion. You forgot about Herzl and his wife? I know it's hard to accept this. Nobody wants to study the things that matter the most. How many of you know that's the book of Zionism? Any of y'all ever, you got it? You ever read it? How about all the other platforms? What is Zion about? What is Zion? What's the origin? Why is that? I know that they're not Zionists. What does the word Zion mean? No, I just want to know. They say it's the root of Zion, is the Hebrew Sion. How many of y'all know that Sion is not the actual word? That is Tucson, which is Tucson. Well, based on the Grand Canyon. I know y'all having a hard time accepting what I'm going to say, and many of you will be like, because you don't really know anything anyway. It wasn't always spelled Tucson, T-U-S-C-A. It was spelled T-U-S-A-Y-A-N. And they're ruins. Hilltop. You know, I hate religion because I'm aware of who created religion. I respect those who practice it because they're principles. So that means with those principles, something may come out of it that's formidable. Theology, theosophy. Rondo did something, Kiramio did something. I've been talking about it since the 80s. Like I said, high school, some of the teachers would, like the Jewish teachers would be like, you don't say nothing. What? You know? Yes, 80s. Yes, I started talking about it after I saw Star Wars in 81. Now, I was talking about it, I was reading about it in the 80s in Montclair Library. Yes, they had books in there about Zion and all that, and Tucson and all kind of stuff. Grand Canyon it was still books talking about the Grand Canyon. Negro Head Trail and all them places. I was already talking about those things, and people were like, what are you getting this information? Books! I would literally go in on a Saturday if I didn't want to be bothered by anybody, and I would sit there in the library till it closed, reading 5 or 6 books. Then I would talk with some old folks. All the people I talked to, that was the first time up north. They migrated from the south. Most of my people I grew up with, a lot of us were first generation born up north, so-called north. I know it's not the north, but we're going to, for heaven's sakes, for the purpose of that, just communicate. I'm just going to use that, okay? The north is actually the south, the center going out to the north, the northern parts of the farther hemisphere. But like I said, I'm not here to rattle the farm of people's expertise and conditioning. So why am I pointing this out? Well, let's go over here because I like to keep PDFs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Becoming legible. The racial making of the Negro Muskogee, which is Muskegee, Black Seminole people in the Coahuila, Texas borderline to which they originated. Oh, you didn't know that? Who was the first president of Mexico before the majority of people looked the way they do, which they didn't back then? How about that melanated brother that went back to his Khalifa roots? And they wanted to make it like he was some Spanish Moreno. No, he went back to his ancestral land, a Khalifa, and saw that everything was a lot different. And that's why it's called LA. Not because Mexico and all these little chavos running around, huh? See, why is that most people don't know that? Because you don't have no good-ass teachers. You got sorry, pathetic sellouts who have a hard time dissertating and ascertaining and telling the truth. Anyway, that's not the one I want to look at. Becoming legible. That's another one. This is a good one I want to read to y'all somewhere down the road, but we already have the one, which y'all know I'm reading. I should be reading that with the books Kiramio sent me, and y'all know which one that is, right? Not Irish wisdom preserved in the Bible and pyramids, and y'all know about the original Saint Pat. You know about the original Irish people, right? Okay. I just want to make sure, all right? But the Algonquin conquest of the Mediterranean region of 11,500 years ago, we know it's more than that, hypothetically, okay? And we know it's less than that. I just want to see if anybody would catch on to that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and look at a guide to Zionism, edited by Jesse M. Samter, Zionist Organization of America, 55th Street Avenue, of course, New York. You say, where the Indians at? There's no Mongolians in New Jersey, New York. Oh, no, because all the niggas running around besides the ones that migrated up north who went down south and migrated back up are still there. Chief Coffee. Long Eagle Eye. Man who could see for miles. Number tall, what, a 6'7" Negro. I'm just using Negro because it's sort of pale skin. The Mongols and all of them to get a little, and we know our truth. The problem is they don't. I wanted to help them by saying you was part of a great empire yourself as the Ket people over in Mongolia and Pakistan as well. No, they don't want to hear that. So this is a copyright from 1920, just to let y'all know, okay? The Zionism Organization of America. And of course, it's based on these fake Herzls, because Herzl looks like Persian today, because that's what he was. Oh, you didn't know that. Well, why would somebody go to Turkey and create the Ottoman Empire to destroy the people, and then go to Europe and steal names in Germany, go to Prussia, go to Germany, and then go to Georgia, which later will become Russia, or annex. It was another term before that I'm not going to get into, and express how in America, it wasn't called Americas here, but they look like the people of Egypt, and they were later maybe to be known as the Khazarians, and then you wouldn't see them no more after World War I. Night of the Long Swords. Who told the movie? Who made the movie? Who's the movie industry? The fake what? And so they don't tell you the truth about the Night of the Long Swords. It was the final implementation of the extermination of the indigenous, our people, who had pretty much ran the world. And then they created Africa. Abulan was part of Tartary. So you have these miseducated Negro ass teachers. I've invited a bunch of them to come over here and sit still and learn something. Now they don't want you to be able to, they changed out how they changed the platform so you can't see who's liking and this, that. You can see who's viewing and all that. They can't help themselves. They're so. Oh, I'm not going to read all this today. I just wanted to know if y'all know about it. No, this is about maybe number 27 book in my 37 in my Guide to Zionism and in my PDFs. It's I got the book too, so it's different ones. Even the Japanese and Chinese. What's that for? Because Zionism has nothing to do with what you think. Otherwise, you wouldn't have that idiot Biden or the fake one walking across the stage when the other one's down there getting in the water of mineralization to last a little longer and have a little more clarity, be used as a tool. Yes, our waters, y'all, our healing waters and everything else, our healing mud and, anyway, they have the little monkey come out in the little space cadet costume, overacting. If you ever look at the videos and cross-reference them, you'll see that the one in the costume overacts the disdain and sanity of what y'all's Uncle Biden has become. But anywho, he says, yeah, I'm a proud Zionist. Like, nobody really caught on yet. And then you look at that goofy Haitian woman who sits up there speaking on that fake set. I think that sits is in Florida. I forget where it's at. Somebody said that was at which called Alameda, Texas, or it was in which called the mountains. I've heard 4 different places where that sits at. And so you have her. She's probably a little stick thing if she's not what she professes to be. Talking about she's Haitian, but yet all part of the destruction and the lie, the ambiguity of it all. These are fake teachers and everything else. I have no respect for teachers. Are you aware of that? No. You have the ones who wanted to stray away, who took a particular job. They wanted to get into health education or sex education. They didn't want to get into history and math because they knew that if they can't teach the short form, The purpose of the long form is to create confusion, because now you create this error for error. And when you create a mental aptitude for error, because you convey that, then everything has to have an error, and then you can formulate and create something new regardless. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, are y'all aware that how is it that a minority could control the majority? Well, the minority actually knows everything they're doing. The majority can only speculate and guesstimate. So if you're only on speculation and guesstimation, and you have groups, small little networks of groups who actually know their plan, now you might catch a few, right? Or they might sacrifice a few to calm the house, the room. You know, we say the house, the parliament, the house. The people who are supposed to control the room. So yeah, we got John Wilkes Booth, but you didn't get the whole network that killed Lincoln. The very people persecuting Booth, who wanted to set him on fire and kill him, yet he escaped. You know, got him out of there. I'm just pointing it out, y'all. I'm just. So if you have this small little network, right, and they know everything, hell, and even while they know everything and nobody else knows it, they've got time to get 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 steps ahead. So that way, when you catch up to the first and second step, they're probably 48 steps way ahead of that. A minority to control the majority who are blind because of the ignorance of the different parties, affiliations of the small minority. Even though it's all minority, yes. So what are you dealing with right now? You've got idiots in security for Instagram, TikTok, even YouTube, who believe they're doing their thing because it's a job, but it's at their own demise. This is how stupid the world is. I'm just letting you know. Right now with the wars, I've shared on my SMS, and these guys can tell you, I've shared videos, some horrendous video footage. Yeah, well, bodies blown, cavities open, heart and lungs laying there. I did the whole thing. I don't advocate violence. I'm just saying it's real stuff, babies smashed up against the wall. I mean, it's just plethora, Yet these are supposed to be mature, grown people in costume, soldiers, and they're talking civilians. So again, in Yemen, we had a party. They wanted to get this one man who survived. Pretty funny. 8,000 were wounded and 100 and something just chopped in half, and 80 of them babies. And it was at a so-called funeral, supposed to be a wedding, and nobody wants to have that conversation. But this is one out of thousands. Look at the reporters in Iraq when the zealous sociopaths hiding behind a remote gunned down all those people who were over there who were reporters. Just blew them to smack. And what did the media do? Downplayed everything. You have the great football player who put away his millions to serve a lie because of his feelings and emotions. They call it green on green. You know that? Tillman. You have Navy SEALs sent to a certain place. Now, anybody else will say, you're special. Oh, shut the fuck up. Anyway, excuse me, shut the fuck up. Goes up there on 5-man team to operate, knowing damn well they were supposed to do one thing, but instead of them doing what their job was when they were seen, instead of them disposing of, because that's part of it, they have moral subjugation all of a sudden. And what it does, it's at their own demise. So then you have one survivor, a twin, lone survivor, excuse me. The network is so small and caustic, but everybody plays a role in it, even you. I asked of y'all to separate yourselves from it, to actually stand up and stand for something and become something. I can't call them Zionists because it's a term based on our truth. It's hijacked. I can't call them Judeans. Well, they damn sure aren't Shemitic. And if they was, so what? They're not. In the Talmud, it tells you, the sons of Japhet. So who's misleading who? I'm looking at valuetainment, right? The ex-army Persian. He doesn't know that he also might have some Shemitic bloodline, as far as the original bloodline of Iran. hate that term. It's not what it actually is. Yet, mostly what he is Ashkenaz. Crypto or Sephardic. Well, one means adopted, and the other one means, by hostile, bloodline. Right? And they have this idiot who looks like one of them Ashkenaz wants to argue with people. A Palestinian comedian. I couldn't help but watch it. Somebody sent it to me. I was like, I'm gonna look at that. I'll look at that. And he's talking like he knows history. 90s. And I'm grateful that the Palestinian brother, who's crypto and Sephardic as well, but he hit homeboy in the head because he brings the show down, this idiot, David, whatever his name is. And dude told me, are you a racist or something? Because he talks like he wants to defend his U.S. United States is not this land. It's a corporate entity. I don't care what you think or feel. Ran by these postulating false monkeys who have control over all you dummies. This is not America, nor America with these goofy people getting lost in the sauce without doing further research. Is there something dark and sinister? Of course. But if they have you looking all over the place, or they might have you focus on one, you might not really circumvent the whole navigation of the realm of possibilities. So they give you a name, Satan. I already proved you that there's many names that allude to that, and many that alludes to. What was it, over 6 million? Was it 600,000? 600,748, 65 names? But we still have people want to run around, Hasatan, Satan, all in the goofy religion because it can't break free. And then they come over here and subscribe and then they run away because I'm giving them something more ethical to look at. Put a monocle on, one of those guys that can help you read the small print of the paper because you're about 90 years old now. At least you think you carry on like you are. But hell, a 3-month-old and a 1-month-old no more than you, based on the ether or the universe or whatever you want to call it, which has nothing to do with outside. But then, a Judean is a people of Atlantean. American is the use of a Phoenician term, based not that far from Brazil. It's a place. I know they better get gone. That's all I know. Yes, I get chatter. Because some of us are 40 steps ahead of them. I know. In your little world of everything, you how can this be? You can't even fathom the possibility outside of, something else. Let me show you something right quick. All right. Because I know some of you may have done it, but you don't need to have yourself steeped in fear. All right. The Key of Solomon. Somebody wanted me to read that. I was like, I might read it one day. We'll see. I've got a lot to read right now. Okay. And Mahashtola. All right. And Mahashtola, my home. Mahashtola, my home. Mahashtola is actually everywhere. Chickasaw is Hashtola, right? My home. I like to welcome people, but I always go Jokma. But you can't say that to everybody. You can't say hello to everybody. So I always go to these books and I quote things off of this. You know what I'm saying? Because, to me, y'all, it's the one family, the tribe, Chokotopa. You know what I'm saying? My thing is like, when you're looking at, let me see if I can pull it up. When you pull up something like this, you want to I want to actually share this with people. I always want to share stuff with people because I find it very important. Because most people are walking around believing they know who they are, and it's not that they think they know history. They believe that what they know is enough. I'm here to tell you that anybody that comes here, you don't know nothing about your history. So I have this one I want to read to y'all. It's called History, not right now. History and Stories of Nebraska. This is by Addison Elman Sheldon. produced by Connie Snyder. It's Don Diego de Penosa. Out of the musty old Spanish documents of 200 years ago comes to us the strange story of Don Diego de Penosa and his wonderful expedition across the plains to the kingdom of Quivera. It was in the year 1660, so runs the tale, pay attention to words, that Don Diego came to Santa Fe to be governor and captain general of New Mexico. He drove back the fierce Apaches who raided the peaceful pueblos along the Rio Grande. But his heart was restless and unsatisfied. He longed to make a great name for himself, as did Cortez in Mexico and Pizarro in Peru. Pizarro was nothing but one of these fake-ass Ashkenaz. Are y'all aware of that? Okay. It's an Italian name. And he was a hybrid. They were conquered long before. So that's Pizarro. I know y'all know everything. I know. It was 120 years since Coronado marched to Quivera and found there nothing but straw houses and naked savages, which is a lie. Still, the old story of a kingdom full of gold and silver beyond the Great Plains persisted. Still, the mystery of the great unknown region in the north stirred the Spanish love of conquest. It was on March 6, 1662, that Don Diego de Penalosa left the province of New Mexico to find and conquer this fabled land of riches. With him there marched 80 Spanish knights, Templars, y'all, and 1,000 Indian allies, niggas, while 6 cannon, 800 horses, and 300 mules and 36 wagons bore their baggage. So how was they able to get those Indians to work with them? Well, when you kind of still look like the original people and you're working for an enemy, because it only takes a minority to sway or to change, because they're probably 10, 20, maybe 40, 50 steps ahead of you in their plans. And those who are inserted, doesn't matter how, through a few marriages, fake marriages, births, nurtured to be covert, sleepers, even in families. That's how. Okay? And we have that right now. But right now it's blatant in your face. Okay. So, you know how that goes, right? Anyway, like Coronado Penalosa marched north 200 leagues. 200 leagues. You know how far 200 leagues are, people? Look it up. Nearly 700 miles, people. On his way, he found the great Indian nation of the Escanzeques with 3,000 warriors starting for war with the people of Quivera. These joined the Spaniards. Together they traveled northeast until they came to a broad river flowing east. They followed its southern bank for a day when the river made a great bend and flowed from the north. Signal fires, always from the north, from the south, but anyway, blazed from the hills telling that their approach was seen. Smoke signals. But no damn Mongolians doing that. That's how people shit. They were doing that in Africa. They were doing that in Georgia, Russia. It was in the narratives when they went there and saw the people, smoke signals, passing it along like the original Greeks. How come y'all can't put this stuff together? Now I'm giving tea because people want to go research it. They got keywords. And fundamentally, you'll find out. I'll be happy when these dumbass 1% of the population natives realize, all right, these niggas might be the real motherfuckers. And snap out of that goddamn sleepless ass death of self-preserved death and rally with us instead of against us in this stupid hypocrisy of these stupid teachers and everybody else. And some of you are teachers too, and you know you're damn and you're messed up. You can challenge me. You can challenge me in history and knowledge. We'll read more of this later. I don't want to get too heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot there. I said I didn't want to go there. I just wanted to bring it to the surface. Okay? Woo! Thank goodness that came out. Yeah, it's something in the air. Nah, they're working hard. That's why they never come out. I ain't never seen. I don't have a reason to go out, and I go out more than ever. Not more than ever, but I go out, and when you see people just sit there, they tell on themselves, especially for those the other hit veterans. Yo, how come they ain't moving? I don't know. Maybe they got everything that I see the groceries they bring in. Nigga, no, they don't bring enough in not to sit that, and there ain't nobody dropping no food off. You know how they got this new little thing. Click, click, your food's there. Everybody's getting that crap, not me. But nobody wants to listen to the simple things. Nobody wants to see. They want to doubt, because then they put themselves in a position with a fake government. I'm not a U.S. citizen and none of this shit. So I know one thing. Right now, if I wanted to, they couldn't pay me what they owe me because they keep giving it away for war. And also, I wouldn't want it in no fucking fiat. I literally want it in gold, or just get the fuck away and mind your manners and stop flying poisoning over. Because see, they couldn't do that. That's why I don't respect. I can't antiquate myself with none of the lies they have. I don't give a fuck about the fake magistrates, the fake ass judges, the fake little monkeys running around in costumes. You know, I was watching that one live. I put it up, right? You see how the punk ass cops, the guy was drinking. So what? Handcuff. Let me see. When you put a handcuff on a motherfucker, right? And I don't want to hear this. Oh, someone fought in the war. They're pussies. When you put a person in handcuff, they're in your league. That's asleep, regardless. Police really don't have no jurisdiction other than to keep the peace. And the man wasn't creating no problems. He was just drunk, enjoying his day. And you know, you had to have little dumb Karen and Kens we don't need no more of, call the police. And they decided to slam him head first into the ground, broke his fucking neck. You know, he lived for a year. Quality immunity is false. Why is that? Most of y'all don't know how to say, look, you don't know how to search your first. And if they keep carrying on, assert your fifth, and then assert your fourth. Because see, then you put a lien. If they take you in, you put a lien on that fake ass judge, that magistrate. You put a lien on the police department and the town and the municipality. You put a lien. You go after they. It's not complicated stuff. That's why you study law, and you go and you make sure that if it's not you, it's 12 other people that in your state don't need fake ass power attorney. But this is how it's going down. So this is who this brother was to our tribe. We don't recognize y'all's fake aptitude of insolence. But because you don't know that, you know, people want to charge you $5,700 because you know they weirdos and they gotta have $1. They ain't buying no land to tell you to come on. I don't bought land at 8,000 feet and when to put some, you know, $2,000 containers and making homes for housing about 5,000 people. You don't see none of these worthless niggas in Georgia and nowhere else doing that. You see people making posts, they don't even comment on a post unless it's something rhetorical. Got big heads and stuff. They scared, these motherfuckers scared to show the 3,000 motherfuckers that do follow me so I can tell this story. See, this is excuse my language. This is the world you live in. And you allow it. Because you like to stay right there around a bunch of ignoramuses who are part of the problem and not part of the solution. Now, I'll get off of here because I'm about to get off right now. And I'll go over there and they'll show 2 views. It's not even after the fact. This is how corrupt they are. But it is what it is. I'm not here to talk about them and give them a little energy. Hope y'all share this. I appreciate it. We'll come back in 2 hours. We're going to read. I know I didn't come back. I went to sleep. I wasn't feeling too well. No, not sick. Just something that was off. And I was like, oh, well, let me let this be. And let's see, you know, what comes of it. Because I kind of laugh. I just enjoy it. I've given everybody the chance of a lifetime, and they lack morals and responsibility, and they stay on their false laurels, and they can't snap up out of their unconscious subjugation to become conscious. Oh, wow. Anyway. Appreciate y'all. I'm going to shout you out real quick. I ain't going to answer no, respond to nothing. I'm just going to shout you out and I'll be gone. All right. Oh, Slot, what's going on, beloved? Rondo, hey, what's going on, beloved? Baby Girl Slaughter, hey, beloved. Yeah, all right, I got the book. Appreciate it, hon. Grand Ascension. Snoo, what's up, baby? Hey, back. What's going on, beloved? Marcus Williams, beloved. I'm just going to say, call everyone. And Devin DeMore, what's going on, beloved? Salute. Herbo. T. Bridget. T. Regals, what's going on, beloved? How y'all doing? How you doing? I had all of y'all, man. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Oh yeah, I got to reschedule. I didn't change the date on the podcast. It's still for Tuesday. Some people hit me up that I was chatting with, and they was like, "Yo, keep it for Tuesday." It's a couple people because they said they were come on in. So I hope some of y'all are really ready to come on and chat. We'll just leave it as be, and we'll see. Okay. In my chat, just seeing comments. Wow, they blocked your chat. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Well, anyway, let me sign off of here. It's went over. I actually wanted to stay at 30 minutes, but it's 42. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all here in a couple hours. We will get the read on. You know what we're starting with. Okay. So we got to get the heaven bearers on. Okay. So I appreciate y'all. They got